So, how about that upcoming Spider-Man sequel, of course titled Spider-Man Far From Home? Well, we now know why he's far from home, and well, we know exactly when the movie is going to take place, in terms of exactly when during the year. So what has been announced is that the film is actually not happening during the school year, instead it is happening during summer vacation, and Peter Parker is going on a vacation overseas where he's going to be more or less like a tourist, so he's going to be far from home. Now, honestly, I think this is kind of a good idea to actually be able to explain why he's leaving New York, because as I've said multiple times before, and I'll say it again, Spider-Man and New York go together like Batman and Gotham. They are one and the same, like they make each other, and that's how it's kind of been. When you remove Spider-Man from New York, it feels weird because he's such a localized hero. But I think the way to do it like this, also to kind of give Peter Parker that push, it's like, look, Peter, you have to go. Like, you're doing good in school. You have to go on this field trip and do whatever. It's like he can't say no to that, right? So naturally, Spider-Man is going to have to leave New York, and, well, here's the story. And I think that's a very good way to kind of, frame how they're going about this. But then at the same time, when you really think about how they're going to be handling this and which direction the character is heading in, it leads me to believe that more people are probably going to figure out his identity, because doesn't that make sense? I mean, hey Peter, how come we're in France and suddenly Spider-Man's there? Hey Peter, how come we're in London and suddenly Spider-Man's there? Hey Peter, how come we're in Prague? I'm assuming Prague. You go to Prague because you shoot for cheap, so I'm just going to say it's going to be in the movie, even though it's probably not. I don't know. So, hey Peter, why are you in Prague? Oh look, Spider-Man's in Prague. So it's like, okay, well, I'm assuming that's the way they're going to go about this. And honestly, it does get me excited that Spider-Man is going to go away from New York to some degree, because it makes me nervous. Because it's like, well, I like him in New York. I like familiarity. But then again, you have to change it up because he's been in New York for every other movie he's been in, outside, of course, of the, Avengers appearances. But yeah, so I think it's time, but I have to see it to believe it.